Urgent, Chiefs Kingdom fan. Look at what just happened. Nobody saw this coming, huh? But first, make sure to subscribe to the channel because we bring you daily videos with the latest Chiefs Kingdom news, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. Kareem Hunt sends strong message after signing with Chiefs. Losing Super Bowl LAX to the Philadelphia Eagles was a sour ending to an otherwise great season for the Kansas City Chiefs, who went 152, won the AFC West, and entered the playoffs as the #1 seed in the AFC. It's clearly not the outcome that Kansas City would have desired, as they failed to become the first team in NFL history to win 3 straight Super Bowls and went home empty-handed. Unfortunately for everyone else, though, the sting of that loss seems to be fueling the Chiefs because on Thursday, running back Kareem Hunt sent a clear message to the rest of the league. "The culture is just great," he said. "It didn't end the way we wanted it to. But we've got a lot of work to do, and I feel like we've got another good shot at it." Chiefs RB Kareem Hunt. "It didn't end the way we wanted it to. We've got a lot of work to do, but I think we've got another good shot at it." Charles Goldman, Gold MC TNFL, March 20th, 2025. Despite not being added to the team's active roster until before their Week 4 matchup against the Los Angeles Chargers, Hunt still played a pivotal role in the team's overall success. By the end of the year, Hunt had accumulated 728 rushing yards and 7 touchdowns on 200 carries, which all led the team, and would be rewarded with a 1-year, $5 million extension. Hunt's words could certainly become a reality as well because the Chiefs are currently tied with the Eagles of having the highest odds 600 to win Super Bowl LX per ESPN. Bet pausing this news just to say that if you want YouTube to keep recommending the latest Chiefs Kingdom news to you, it's very important that you leave a like on this video. Thanks. Now let's get back to the news. Will Tyreek Hill join the Chiefs? The Kansas City are considering a major trade to acquire the wide receiver. The Kansas City Chiefs are considering a major trade to acquire Tyreek Hill, who formed a dynamic duo with quarterback. The proposed deal would send offensive lineman Joe Thuney and future draft picks to the Miami Dolphins in exchange for Hill. This move could address the Chiefs' need for an elite WR1 and free up funds for other roster improvements. Hill's return could rejuvenate Kansas City's offensive strategy, and help them contend for another Super Bowl title. Chiefs are considering a major trade to reacquire Tyreek Hill. The Kansas City Chiefs are considering a significant offseason move to strengthen their offense, aiming to regain explosiveness. This potential blockbuster trade could involve reuniting Tyreek Hill, a former NFL dynamo with the team. Tyreek Hill and Patrick Mahomes were once one of the NFL's most powerful quarterback-receiver combinations. However, the Chiefs traded Hill to the Miami Dolphins, leading to Super Bowl victories. Mahomes' performance last season was affected by Hill's absence as he fell short of the 4,000 passing yard mark for the first time since joining the team. With minimal financial maneuverability in free agency, the Kansas City Chiefs are doing their best to find alternative means of bolstering offense for the coming season. With their present cap limitations, they might have to seek other routes than signing marquee free agents. One such idea proposed by Enzo Flojo of Clutch Points is trading for Tyreek Hill as a way of reigniting the team's offense. The Chiefs' wide receiver group has not been able to identify a legitimate #1 option since the loss of Hill, so his potential return is an interesting consideration. Although Patrick Mahomes has been able to make the offense competitive, the absence of an elite wideout has been felt, especially in key situations. Having Hill back would give the Chiefs a proven playmaker who already has excellent chemistry with Mahomes and a thorough grasp of Andy Reid's system. Still, executing such a move would necessitate careful financial acrobatics, not to mention some sort of negotiations with the Miami Dolphins. Kansas City also needs to consider other imminent roster concerns, such as adding depth at offensive line and bringing in defensive players. But if the Chiefs could somehow make it work, Hill's return would be just what their offense would need to become dominant in the AFC again. Even reaching Super Bowl LAX without a legitimate deep threat receiver, the Chiefs appreciate the worth of a playmaker such as Tyreek Hill. Though their current wide receivers have been promising, none are comparable to Hill's effect. Reuniting him with Patrick Mahomes would bring the offense to a new level. Also, Reid NFL fans expressed deep concern for Aaron Andrews' well-being following shocking and life-threatening cancer update. Although Hill first indicated he would depart Miami, recent indications are that he may have a change of heart. His $90 million deal with a $28 million cap hit, however, makes him difficult to trade. While the Chiefs consider their options, the NFL waits anxiously to see if this giant reunion is in the cards. Chiefs beef up defense with Iron Man signing. The free agency craze has passed through, with many of the big names coming off the market. A new era of rampant player mobility has produced yet another marquee week on the NFL calendar with plenty of surprises. The Kansas City Chiefs did not find themselves at the epicenter of this frenzy. In fact, much of their focus this offseason has centered around maintaining key players already in-house. Rather than going for the box office names, the defending AFC champions have made their biggest moves, resigning linebacker Nick Bolton and franchise-tagging guard Trey Smith. Much of free agency for a team atop their conference and division can be about roster maintenance. The latest Chiefs move fits that mold exactly. Monday, Kansas City announced the resigning of veteran nose tackle Mike Pennell Jr. Without the same recognition as a Chris Jones, Pennell has brought value to Steve Spagnuolo's defense. He earned the highest Pro Football Focus grade of all Chiefs. Defensive tackles against the run last season, pointing to his value as a depth piece. Pennell also tallied 3 sacks and 25 total tackles. Pennell has only been listed on an NFL injury report once in his 11-year career. The journeyman defensive tackle has had a total of 5 stops in his NFL career and will continue into the 3rd year of his second stint with the Chiefs. Pennell joined the Chiefs during the 2019 season and contributed to their run and eventual victory at Super Bowl LIV. His career started with the Green Bay Packers back in 2014 before he moved on to the New York Jets in 2017. Pennell's 2 years there led him to his first stop in Kansas City, which also lasted 2 years. 1 season apiece with the Atlanta Falcons and Chicago Bears led him back to the Chiefs in 2023, where he won his 2nd Super Bowl. A deep class of defensive linemen could have the Chiefs inspired to add more to their rotation after bringing back Pennell and signing Jerry Tillery this offseason. Kansas City does possess needs on their offensive line as well, so the team's first selection at pick number 31 in the first round could go any number of ways. For now, the Chiefs return a familiar face and one that should continue to help Spagnuolo's defense up front. And now, Chiefs fan, I want to hear from you. What's your opinion on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I don't know if you know. This, but your opinion, matters a lot for Chiefs. I'll be back any moment with more Chiefs Kingdom news.